Good. Happy
Yeah.
Father's Day, everybody. You ready to make some trades today on the market that's definitely not open?
5,000. It moves sideways. No.
Just sell as many options as you can. Just play theta. Just sell the contract. It's not going to move.
Oh, man. No, we got to give a shout out to Romago. Romago. I heard you were in a hospital, man. And wait, did you check out already?
I think he was in general is what I saw. I think he's doing better, though. I'm not necessarily sure exactly what happened. I saw his message, though. He got coffee this morning, though. He's good. He's doing good.
He's got coffee this morning.
There he goes. He's wearing real clothes. There we go.
Nice. Enjoy the shits, brother. Enjoy the shits. Yeah, we're happy to hear that you're doing well, man. Let's see. I'm not a father. Can I still get in? Well, I mean, that STV. You're not a father. Can you still get in
to the Discord? Yeah, we accept everybody, except for those people this weekend that tried to kill me. Other than that, we're good.
Yeah. Do you want to share this story? You want to share this story, dude?
Sure. We could share this story. You would never expect this out of me, but I have had guns pulled on me a few times. This happened this weekend. So we're hanging out like in Southern Connecticut, not like bad Southern Connecticut, like nice Southern Connecticut. And we're walking back to get on the train to go like home. And we're trying to cross the street. There's like a blacked out BMW with like all tinted windows that just starts like revving his engine and honking at us. And me, I don't give a fuck. I'm just walking. There's just some dickhead just honking, being an asshole. So I'm just still walking. But my dumbass friend turns around and is just like, it just starts flipping him off. And the dudes get out of the car and just pull guns. And we're just like, oh my God, what are we doing here? I was just like, can I just eat my fucking burrito and get on the train without this nonsense happening? They just talked a bunch of shit and then got back in their car. And then that was it. But I was like, come on, this is silly at this point.
Yeah, man, need to choose your friends better, man. Can't be hanging out with some ignoramus sons of motherfuckers. But,
okay.
Yeah. You know, oh my God. Well, I mean, look at just talking from experience, dude. You don't want none of that.
No, I don't. I'm just like, I just want to go eat my fucking burritos. I had 2 burritos from this food truck that was really good, and I'm just standing there, and I'm just like, come on, bro, I'm fucking hungry.
Nah, man. Unless you got a gun on yourself, dude, you fucking run.
Exactly.
You just run.
I know.
Nicky Ricky says Bridgeport is the ghetto. It sure is. You know what else is the ghetto? New Haven, Hartford, Kansas City. Dude, Kansas City's fucking scary. What? Kansas City? You kidding me?
Wait, dude, where we were?
Okay, well, you're white. You got white privilege. Kansas City. That was too soon. I'm fucking with you, kid. Anyways, Kansas City, man. You got downtown. If you make the wrong turn, it gets dark really fast. I mean, no lights on the street, just ghetto as fuck. And don't even get me started on Southside Chicago. I was dating a girl who lives Southside Chicago one time, and I'm coming through. There's a bunch of dudes like lined up in the street. I'm getting out the car, and they're like, who's this pretty ass motherfucker looking like he's getting ready to sing for us? So I'm like, yo, chill. They're like, what's your business here? I'm like, come on, man. There's a lady. I got a lady. It's like, oh, man. You know, but it's just wild, man. People are fucking wild.
Gabe, you want to throw an announcement in the Discord?
The Discord people are not aware. Holy shit. You know what? I forgot to do that. We're just so excited to get live.
I know. We're having fun. We got a lot of things to talk about here with the market.
Oh my God, the market is just is running.
Dude, I actually have some interesting things that if we want to talk about what's going on with the market right now that we could go over in a bit once we get all the people in here. TMI's coming over and I think in a bit too. But there's like a couple of things that are happening right now that like nobody's ever seen just because of the way everything's set up. And it could go one of 2 ways. It's like, woo, could go, all right, it's going to be fine. Or, uh-oh, you fucked up.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get everybody in the Discord aware. Jeez Louise.
TMI has the link.
Yes. TMI has the link to join us.
What is it? I'll tell you. It's very easy.
What do you want to tell him, man? Is there something I already know?
All right, you want me to do it now? Yeah, I'll do it now. Here's the one thing that the market's never seen before that is happening right now, where it presents like a weird like singularity event where everything could go kaplooey for a little bit. It's crypto. Back in 2008 and 2009, there was no crypto. There was no they were fucking around and like with the mortgage-backed securities and the CDO and like the credit default swaps and everything, and everybody was wildly over leveraged in that. They're still doing it, but again, when you look at the overall leverage levels like across the board, the equity like in stocks, the overall like margin debt has come down significantly. If you look at the chart, there's a couple of charts out there. It peaked and then it started coming back down. So that's two things. That's either people deleveraging on their own volition, or it's people getting margin called out the ass. They cannot meet these calls that they're getting, and they're just liquidating, which we've seen with Tiger and a couple of these other big funds too. Now we're starting to see it more in crypto. The thing is, though, is in crypto, it appears that you can get much more leverage. A lot more.
Yes, a lot more leverage. Yes.
So if you're levered up on something that's way more volatile than anything that we've ever seen, there's less regulation in it. Well, you have all of these big funds and a lot of money that's out there just gambling on something that is wildly volatile. And if you look at the leverage ratios on Bitcoin, it hasn't really come down yet. So it hasn't done the move that it could do. Now they could have. The problem is it'd be very hard to look at the chart and be like, they switched from like long leverage to short leverage really quick. Because if you look at the chart, it goes like this, it ticks up and it comes back down a little bit and then comes back up. But it's still high, just specifically on Bitcoin was what I was looking at. So if you start to see like Bitcoin fell below 20K and came back up, but if you start to see the crypto market continue to just go like, well, it's all linked. The equity market is going to be following the crypto market. The crypto market's going to be following the equity market. Housing's next. That's the only thing that really hasn't gone, oh, fuck yet. But that's going to happen when the 10-year starts. I mean, it's still been going up. When these mortgage rates start going up, you're still going to have the same supply, but the people that were there before, there's not the same amount of demand at those price points, not because they don't want that house anymore. It's because they no longer qualify.
Yes. And thank you for the weather. Short the fix. Now, we got to bring our man. He's probably your baby's mama, baby daddy. But, you won't know that because he was wearing a mask. Let's bring them in. Mr. Sponsored by Colgate himself. TMI.
Colgate's not answering my text messages, man. Colgate's not answering my shit. They're not answering. I sent them an email, phone call, everything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not yet. We'll see.
Okay. Well, Short the Fix just went in on fucking Bitcoin.
Short, check your text.
Let me see. Can I share this publicly?
Yeah, of course. All
right, guys. So TMI was waiting patiently, but we wanted to make sure that STV had his moment in the sun, right?
Going off.
He was basking in glory, like we nailed Bitcoin. But check this out. He's texting. People are face palming. Let me in. If STV says crypto one more time, I'm leaving to buy a pocket pussy.
Yep. That was it. That was the plan. I was like, well, if I'm going to just sit here and just do nothing, might as well just go out there and get some fun. In the meantime, I'll bring it back. That's how we go. That's how we go.
Short girl?
Wait, what?
Is that code for like a short girl?
Exactly, fun size.
In the pocket.
Yeah, fun size. Yeah. That's
Fun
what we
size,
call
fun size.
we call it fun size. Yeah, you know, you can throw them
Yeah,
around, you know, catch them, spin them in the air, you know, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. That's fun size.
It sounds like a Chucky doll.
So you got like the big girls, right? And then you have like the fat girls with a pH, right? With a fat like pH. Then you have thick, right? And then you have like tick without the H, it's a T. And then you have big bone. And then you have, you know, normal size. And then you have fun size. So there's like there's different levels to there's like a whole.
It's a scale.
Yeah, well, listen, in the Discord, we'll break it down. There's a whole strategy to this as well. Starting 5 system. It's a new one. Working on it. You know, it's rim job read up. We got the whole
A lot of crossovers
the whole
going
thing.
on.
Yeah, it's a lot of crossovers. Trust me, a lot. It's a lot. But it's all right.
Chimai, thank you. You have just reignited the Me Too movement. How dare you?
Trust me,
How
me as
dare
well.
you size up these women?
As well. That's my movement. Me as well.
All right.
You ever hear this one?
I have a very, very simple equation for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you weigh more than me, bitch, you're fat. That's it. If you weigh less than me,
Yeah, you're a big boy.
I'm 205 right now. So I got a size 250. I'm 205 right now.
All right. Okay. Fun size is winner. But real question though. Who is going to be the next institution liquidated? Because right now I'm looking at Celsius. Celsius liquidation number is roughly 17,300. So they just dropped it lower because they just they did something with some BTC. I think it was like 100 BTC. They kind of just put up as a way of lowering their actual liquidation level. Mm-hmm. I think Michael Saylor's is probably below 10,000. So I don't know who the next institution is.
They were saying that he got called at 21, but like it wasn't like it was like I think that was the first level where he started to get called. So it wasn't like he was getting liquidated at 21. It was like
his average
that's when his average gets his call.
Yeah, his average is 32,000 or something like that for.
I think that's him
Bitcoin.
Personally.
Oh,
there's a lot of weird numbers floating around. I think him personally is like 32 something, but then like there's I think MicroStrategy's a little higher. There's one there's a level at like 14. I think that people were saying like if it crosses 14, it's just sell 10.
So I honestly think it's below 10.
It might be.
But if it hits below 14, it's going to be it. Hey, so for those of you guys who don't know, you know, Bitcoin has been showing signs of a significant pullback for months.
You know who called that?
For those of you guys who have
want me to show you? You want me to show you?
Oh my God, show them the chart.
Please pull up the daily.
Have you seen the charts that all the charts that we give everybody? There's a level where it's drawn out on the support and resistance zones.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at this morning.
It literally just goes like this.
Bounces right off of it. Ding.
And it's like, all right, it's almost like everything's there for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, I have it up too. I'll put it up there on the chart.
I got it here. And we're going to put it on the daily.
Perfect.
Right. And then let's go ahead and expand this here.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what time frame it was on, but there was
thanks,
one
Miguel.
where it just goes bing.
All right, so this is BTC USD. This is back in, we're looking November?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a put signal. Hey guys, this is 1348 at its finest. Gotta love it, right? You got a put signal back Thanksgiving? That's what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving here, guys?
That's one of them.
At 60,000. You were warned at 60,000. And then she stair steps her way down. You know, the market's like, okay. We're good here. Bounces back up. Then we get another cross. She comes all the way down. Guys, it's all right, I'm going to let you guys take it from here.
Gabe, wait. So leave the screen up. Leave the screen up for 1 second, right? Okay. The very first put play all the way down to the lows is 44% pullback, right? From November. That's a 44% pullback right there, right? Then the very next call play that would have been highlighted already is a 17% run up, right? Now, it's more along the lines of a 5 to 8% run up if you want to play it after the 200 EMA, which is fine. But that's still a decent play there, right? The next put play, according to
That's
the
when
lows
Trader Joe would have gotten in if we had him on crypto.
Exactly. The next put play that we just saw, 57% dip. We've seen some substantial dips. Now, I'll tell you guys this too. In 2000, and for those of you guys who aren't aware of this, guys, if you guys aren't already in Discord, that's perfectly fine. I mean, you're missing out, but that's fine. Keep an eye on what we've seen before in the past, and let's help that guide us to the future. Okay, 2017, December 21st. From the highs at that point to the lows, there was an 84% pullback.
You're taking me way back into time
historically here. Historically looking at the charts from the highs to the lows, right? There was an 84% pullback over a year span of time, 410 days to be exact.
All right. So where we're starting off at?
Right there, at the top. At the top there, yeah. And then you pull all the way back down to a year later on the lows. To the right. Where that next call symbol is. Keep going. That dip there, right there. That level of support at the bottom right there, that's an 84% pullback.
Ooh.
Right? So looking at where we saw Bitcoin at the top, which is 69,000 right now, we've only seen a 74% pullback. So even looking at this historically, we still have another potential 10% to go from the lows, which would be 17,000. To get us down to 85%, you know what that number is? That number is $10,312.93.
I would say that it can go lower just based on the amount of leverage that's in the market right now, because it wasn't there. Like I don't think people were this levered on
exactly
Bitcoin right now, at the last time. And people are gonna do it right now too. Like people are gonna come in and try to time the bottom with leverage, and then they're most likely, if it comes back down again, they're just gonna get fucked.
People, yeah.
But, listen, again, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna read the charts. Like you guys all have access to this chart. It tells you everything that you need to know. Just click.
People have been, people have been guessing a lot of what the lows are going to look like. Charts.
What I'm showing you guys right here is we advise you play, the Bitcoins, the altcoins on the 15-minute, only because of like how fast they move, right? Mm-hmm. And you see these calls here, with the exception to this, right? This is market panic, but you can see almost every signal give you profit. Every signal is literally giving you an opportunity to profit. Now, the overall range is to the downside, so yeah, you could probably play on a bigger time frame, such as the 4-hour or even the daily.
Plus no theta.
This is wild. What was that, STB?
Plus no theta if you're just shorting and going long with a little leverage.
Yeah, just a little leverage, no theta, but presented so many opportunity. And the thing is that, again, if you guys were aware, you're aware, and you take this strategy and you could literally play it on everything.
Well, people have been wondering, they're like, is it going to keep dropping? Is it going to keep dropping? And people can guess and estimate and have all the different theses and theories. And we're just looking at the chart saying this thing is crossed down the daily. I saw at least a 47% pullback. I'm not going to say I saw a 57%. But at least a replica of what we already saw this year, just simply based off of the charts and the direction of the overall market, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody knows when the bottom is, but the charts are going to tell us where it's probably going to go for a period of time.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's break this down. Let's break this down 1348 style on BTC on a daily. Okay, so guys, we always respect levels of support and resistance. So we would like to zoom out and go ahead and say, all right, where did we find this level? This level is currently right there. We go ahead and all each it. So you see, boom, right there for you guys to see. Now, we could have a run up back to the 13. You guys have seen this almost systematically, how price likes to run back up to the 13 and gets rejected with the continuation, to the downside. Now, what we're seeing here is something that makes me a little uneasy, okay? Why am I uneasy here? Is because technical traders will look at this area here and say, full send it, let's go. They're going to go ahead and start buying. Now, do they have enough buying power to overwhelm the fear in the markets, right? So technically the buyers are going to come in and they're going to attempt to go against the trend. That's why I feel like the price will be short-lived, or the price movement will be short-lived to the upside to the 13, and then you have a continuation. Now the MACD, way down. Shaft trend signaling, hey, it's a sell-off. Mm-hmm. On the daily, these indicators do not, they don't act erratically. You can literally just watch it with there's peace in what you're doing. You're trading with peace. You're like, okay, yeah, I could see this exactly for what it is, right? So, later today, tonight, tomorrow, might see some bullish action, but I think we have an overall trend to the downside. I mean, the 13 and the 48, that thigh gap there is so wide.
Thigh gap is everything.
Thigh gap is everything. I don't see it recovering right about now. So SGV.
So Gabe, so let me show you this too. Can you pull the 1 hour really quickly on BTC?
The 1 hour?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
So for those of you guys who aren't aware, the bigger the time frame, the stronger the signal, right? And that's just basically how things work to kind of show momentum. So on the 1 hour, we did cross up, but we didn't get to the 200 EMA yet, right? So it looks fairly bullish over the last, let's just say, day or so, right? Ever since it hit the low. But if you scroll back up to some of these calls that have come way before the 200 EMA, the last time we got a call signal on the 1 hour, it's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a few days, right? The put signals have been much stronger in this bearish market than the call signals, right? So even though we got a little bit of bullish action here, until you see that clean cut break, I'm not trusting anything. And even if we did see a break, I'd probably look for the next level of resistance after that break, which would probably be not quite there. The next one up, the next level of resistance up, right? Yeah, right there. So that's probably what, 22,000. Unless I see it break 22,000 clean, I'm not going long on Bitcoin. Like, dude,
I would almost honestly for dip buying on Bitcoin, I would almost wait for a cross on the weekly. Like if you're trying to go long and like start like getting back in, I would almost wait for that weekly cross.
So what's
because when that weekly cross down, like it was at what?
40 weekly cross down.
What's up?
The weekly cross down is different. Yeah, that was a minute.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying like in order to get back in, like if you're trying to like get a really good confirmation that all right, we could probably be trending back to the upside and the overall sell-off is done. I mean, I would almost wait for that weekly cross to start dripping some money in.
So what we're seeing here as well is we look at the 4 hour, we see that the 48 is at 21,000. Yep. And we go back to that 1 hour here, and we can see that the 200 EMA is at 21,000. Mm-hmm. This is going to be fun to watch. I just don't think, looking at these indicators here and how thin, look at how thin that momentum is, right?
Yeah.
Given these indicators here, I don't see it making a run. I think we see a continuation to the downside. I think fear has overwhelmed the market, and
it's right at resistance too on the 1 hour.
Yeah, definitely fighting. It's fighting. But what I think now is, people, guys, if you're not trading the way we are, you're not seeing the market the way we do, you guys are a selected group of people who have like really decided to take MOAS into your own hands, right? Because we can enter these markets never scared. You see, we literally can. In fact, we champion the ups and downs. Like, we're like, oh, Chad, we're going in.
The more volatility, the better.
Yes.
Do you want to do
that? We can't just yet. Okay. All right. So
I like it though. I like it.
We go ahead and we just make the monies on the ups and downs, right? That's it. We don't overcomplicate it. We just go ahead and have fun. We don't sit there and speculate. See, that's the problem, right? I think in the private chat earlier, they were Ivan had shared with us how Bitcoin has been collaborative, and now it's every man for themselves, right? Mm-hmm. So, you just think about it. Where retail, you have this collaborative effort, and everyone's counting on each other. Like, hey, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Right? But at the end of the day, the common denominator here is, I don't care what you think.
Right.
I'm losing my ass here. I'm taking my money. I am taking my money because 3,000 is a very scary number, but it's also a very possible number, or maybe even 10,000. I think, whatever the case may be. But then, how does that affect the broader market? I guess that is my $1 million question for you guys.
I like that. I think the way that I look at Bitcoin right now is an indication for how, I guess, much confidence is actually going to be injected into the overall market. So it's like one of the most highest risk on assets you can have, right? So when the confidence in Bitcoin is bad, people are just getting back to their fundamental investment strategy. They're not going to anything risky. Once you see people starting to buy back into crypto, you'll know that, okay, we'll probably see a jump in the market first, to be honest. And then we'll see a jump in crypto because people start buying in their riskier assets. But BTC crypto in general is like the top notch risky in the way the investments are looking, right? So I think this is a great indication of how bearish things can get. When you see Bitcoin running at levels we have not seen since December 2020, that's where the market's heading. Because Bitcoin is the first thing to sell off. Then you'll see everything else move. And it'll be the last thing to get bought. So you see the stock market move first and then BTC, right? So if you see Bitcoin running, chances are, like if you see Bitcoin running on like a Monday, chances are the market's going to open green. You'll see people that have already, who knows, they got the little behind the scene plays here, buying on the weekend, whatnot. You'll see lots of things popping off.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of trains of thought too. Like, I think like most of the money that's like managed by like big institutional investors like hedge funds come from like state pension funds, teachers funds, a lot of those types of funds that like they have very specific requirements for what they can invest in terms of like regulation. Now, if there ends up being something that comes out where, I mean, Citadel's trying to get into the crypto market right now, which if there then becomes an options market in crypto, I would be very, very hands off for a little bit to see how that's going to go, because we see it all the time what happens with these market makers with the options chains in the market. They just did it with Redbox. They just did it. They fuck around with the options. They create new options. They sell them to you. They cut the buy button. You're fucked. So if somehow these big institutional investors feel safe about putting their money in Bitcoin, you could see a massive spike eventually, just because there's going to be so much demand coming in. Because if it sells off this much, you know where the top is, where it was before. You see the charts coming back up. You start to see like the social sentiment come back. Well, that's a big money making opportunity for a lot of these institutional investors, because you're not going to get that yield in the stock market without taking on a giant amount of risk.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen, I don't know. The amount of over leverage that people are putting into crypto right now is nuts. I just don't understand how this was not seen coming. Like I wasn't fully aware of how many institutions were over leveraged. I knew there was a lot. I didn't know it was this bad. This is not good.
It's like jumping in quicksand. Because what they do is they lever up, which is like the metaphorical jumping into the quicksand, but they literally can't get out fast enough.
It's bad. And then the thing is, you see retail investors in the stock market and they're like, market manipulation. I'm like, this is manipulation. Like, this is predatory shorting of crypto. This is bad. Mind you, it is what it is.
Well,
the downside.
I guess. Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say we're not smarter than institutions, and they saw this coming.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we are seeing. Basically them just cashing out. I mean, profit's profit, right? Now,
True.
Bitcoin has seen just insane kind of gains,
Mm-hmm.
in a year's time, which is a rather short time frame, considering the amount of gains that were generated in that time frame, right? So if your cost basis, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring up crypto right now, right? And let's just go ahead and look at something here, right? So
last May and July, it was at 33K.
Yeah. So if your cost basis last year, May or July, let's say even came in June, which means here we are a year later, right? And let's change. Nope. Oops. We got to change this. My bad. BTC. Let's go. BTC USD. Right. And let's go. Here we are. Let's go to May. zoom out here. Right. Let's say even we can come right back here. Right back here. What's that? 58,000.
Yeah.
If it came in at the top, you're like, oh shit, here we go, right? But I think what you see here, the sell-off here, right? Basically, big money coming in these levels here, right? So they can literally 100%, 200%, 300% their portfolio, and then just create a bunch of back holders, right? Because retail is usually the last to run in, right? So STV goes ahead, drops $1 billion, and I'm like, oh shit, Bitcoin's running. Let me go ahead and drop my 10,000. And then you got, millions of other people like, yeah, Bitcoin's the way, it's going to make me filthy rich. Let me drop my 10,000 as well. Then these guys are like, oh yeah, 1348 crossed. Let's go take their money.
Honestly, I think that we are starting to see a lot of what other institutions are seeing by simply just applying what we see in the strategy to our everyday trading styles. And it's emotionless. It does not matter who's buying what. I don't care. Like, put it this way. When you're trading, there's always somebody on the other side. Always, right? And that can be an institution. That can be a retail investor. I don't really care. If I'm scalping Tesla, I'm scalping Tesla. It could be your grandmother I'm trading against. I'm taking that money. That's just me. Everyone might want to have different perspectives on who they trade with. That's fine, but you can't tell. You just change an exchange. You don't know who's on the other side, right? So this is emotionless. It's not catalyst based. It's not based off anything else outside the fact that we are getting in late in regards to a move, and we're getting out early, right? Late as in earlier than everybody else. Anybody else you guys are talking to, we're getting earlier than them, but late as in we're waiting to see what it plays out first, and then we're getting in. And then we're going to get out early and let the thing go top out. And on the way back down, we'll see you guys on the downside. Same thing again. Rinse and repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I like it.
Rinse, repeat. Remember, I've said this on previous live streams, and I've actually said this since last year. It's how institutions have weaponized the dollar, right? Yeah. And you could literally see it here. Listen, guys, there's no... Okay, I'm Merrill Lynch. Maybe bad example, but JP Morgan and Enron. Okay, let's just use that example, right? No, Enron's obsolete, right? But it just popped up to the top of my head. Yeah. And I think I'm going to end up with a joke on this one, but no, probably not. But anyways, the point I'm saying is like, my job is to look out for my people as a company. Mm-hmm. That's also your job, and that's also your job, right? Mm-hmm. We're all competing for a limited resource, which is money. Mm-hmm. Right. So, I mean, that's what they're doing at the institutional level. And guys, it's so cutthroat. It is so vicious. It's we don't give a hell of what's going on. We have.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. Like people have been asking me, it's like, where is the market going to go tomorrow? Where is the market going to go next week? And in my mind, it's just like, I don't care. One, if you're thinking long term, well, what's going to happen tomorrow or next week doesn't fucking matter. You're going to be in it for a long term anyway. And if we're trading it based on the technicals that we're using, well, who gives a shit? Full cash balance the next day anyway, without holding things overnight. Well, then you just read what the market's going to do in the morning. Who gives a shit what I think or you think or TMI thinks it's going to do? It's going to do what it's going to do, and we'll just put ourselves in the best position to make money off of the move that it's going to make anyway.
Exactly. And
gotta love it. Gotta love it. I mean, you guys could pay us $250 a week for 2 options.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God, when I saw that, I was like, that is bullshit.
I mean, we could do that, but again, it's like. We can't even speculate. That's the thing. There's no reason to. We have no reason to speculate anymore. I wake up in the morning, right? I take a shower, brush my teeth, I open up the charts. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good. I'll
jump in here.
Yeah, I'll jump in there.
Pick and choose. It's like going shopping every single day. You don't have to guess whether it's going to be raining or not. You can be inside the mall. Relax.
Yeah. Dude, I have never seen a group of people come in with a strategy, learn how to read charts this quickly, and just start stealing money every single day the way that our people do. It's like, honestly, it's crazy. Because the thing is that the market is supposed to be so complicated. It's like, this is not an easy thing to do. Like when you think about people on the outside looking in, they're like, this is not an easy thing to do. So there must be something fucked up about what's going on. No, it's just easy. You look at the charts that we give you, you play the levels, you play the momentum.
I'll add this too. It's not, I don't even know if we can legally say this, but it's financial structure. That's the biggest difference that I think that we add on top of the strategy, right? It's chalking up a loss as a loss and moving on. No emotion, stop losses, respecting those stop losses, right? Having people in a community of people let you know, hey, look, it's okay. You have a stop loss, respect it, because there are so many winning plays out there that we're constantly providing you with. The longer you're in that bad play, you don't have to do what you're doing before that got you here in the first place. You have so many winning plays ahead of you. And then, oh, okay, I missed this one. All right, cool. You're learning for the next one. 2 weeks in, we had people that joined last week, first play. I'm up 25% my first play. We're going nuts. We're like, welcome. My first option
that everybody printed on MAS.
Oh my, we got to talk about that too. I made a mistake on that one. I just want to apologize to everybody. I made a mistake on that one. That play went up over 100, almost 300%. And I took gains at 40. Listen, okay. It was my first time doing it live with Trader Joe. It went from 45 to over 120. And I just want to say, wow.
All right. I just want to say, for those who are not in the Discord, you have to understand what's happening here, right? By virtue of you learning this strategy and playing the markets, you take so much free money out of the ecosystem. You know, we were talking about the other day, or at least I tweeted, how BlackRock has almost $1 trillion of assets under management. Mm-hmm. And they take a 2% fee annually, right? That's $20 billion, right?
No biggie. Small money.
No biggie. It's, because we're BlackRock. We're going to take $20 billion just because. Plus, we're going to take 20% of performance, right? Now now I start thinking, right? And I'm thinking, go to almost every major city, New York City, Chicago, Toronto, right?
You got a sex boss in the chat.
Dude, they follow me everywhere. Do they come get you
Think about this.
Oh, yeah.
We got Atlanta. Big financial centers, right?
Yep.
Where the fuck is that money coming from? To build those shiny skyscrapers and, the offices up there, right? Now, these are mega projects, billion-dollar buildings, et cetera, et cetera. Where's that money coming from? They're not pulling it out of their ass. It's coming from us, right? Listen, guys, the 401k was created because people were scared of putting their money in the market. That's why the 401k was created, right? These guys devised a scheme like, hey, wait a minute.
Andy, if you're here somewhere, you're talking about the 401k, baby. He's talking about the 401k.
Think about your 401k. You go ahead, you got 200 motherfuckers who are going ahead and saying, like, yeah, we're going to invest on 401k, right? And they're doing it for 20 years. Mm-hmm. Who's managing that money? Who's collecting the free fee with the free money, right? And then each and every year, you think you're getting fucking richer, but then you're like, they got 10,000 in this bitch, right? I only made $100 this year. What? Only made $100, but you and your whole company just gave a fund manager $2 million, and they guaranteed 2% and performance on the $2 million that you and your entire company just said, here, take my money, right? Yep. They wanted to make it seem like it's complicated, because as long as you feel like it's complicated, you're not going to go ahead and do it yourself.
Exactly. And to me, like, that's one of the huge things why you saw a lot of pushback between retail investors and hedge funds, right? Because hedge funds have clients like Citadel where you have at least 10 million. And then you have at least 10 million, they perform amazing, right? But they don't outperform the market. They're hedging. The reason why hedge funds are here is because they perform less in the overall market, and they don't get as bad when things get really bad, right? And that's all it is. It's just to kind of make sure you see very little movement. But that's the top. The rest of those hedge funds, they look like shit right now. They look like garbage. They, one, cannot outperform the SPY last year, which is one. Two is you started going long way too late when you're supposed to be going short now. Like, they forgot how to hedge. They forgot the fact that they're called hedge funds. They're just like, oh no, we're funds.
They're supposed to be smart. And this is the other thing. I said,
stupid.
Dude, I told Gabe about this the other day. They have, so if you listen to Ken Griffin talk about any single time he does an interview, the one thing that he always brings up is acquiring talent. He's like, I want to acquire the best talent. We're moving from Chicago to Miami or to New York to get more talent. Okay, yeah, they're doing pretty well this year, but all of the other funds have that same idea, and they're trying to get what they would like to call high-quality talent. Well, if they're going to do all this algorithmic trading, what they're going to end up doing, which is what we've seen these funds do over these last year or so, is they overcomplicate it and fuck it up. They add too many things to it. They make it so they try to outsmart the market versus going with the market. They're like, no, I'm going to outsmart something that nobody's except for Renaissance, which honestly could be a Ponzi scheme, but that's a different conversation. They try to outsmart it versus just going with it. So we've created Trader Joe and all these other bots that just spark the market. We're like, yep, fuck you. We're just going to go right with the market every single time. And it works. It's just play the indicators, line everything up, and it's good to go.
And I think even people at the top, so we're using Ken Griffin as an example, when they are acquiring talent, what they're doing is they are acquiring their competition. When you acquire top talent, you prevent that top talent from going elsewhere, and you have to face that top talent in the market. So it's like that's a great strategy. Yeah, come in here. Yeah, you want to build something? Yeah, build something. They fuck up for the first 2 years and all right, cool, now get in line. You're with us now, cool, now get in line. And they slowly whip them back into shape, right? It's very interesting. But for me, I'm not. I know Gabe's out there using 1348 trades on the daily, make himself who knows how much money off these different crossovers and buying himself new cars. But me personally, guys, new addition to the family. Air Max 95s off the Tesla short.
Ooh.
Off the cross down. Every time I get into a successful short, I'm gonna buy myself a new pair of shoes because that's something that I'm learning how to do from a Mac perspective. And I'm just using the cross downs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get something, just a portion of the percentage for different shorts. So we'll see the updates on the shoe rack in the back off of every single short in the market. If we get into a bullish market, you're not going to see much change here. I mean, the crossover will still happen, but right now, that's the idea.
I'll hop on that.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll get some different kinds of shoes. Then you're going to get.
I'll kick it off. I'll kick it off when I catch you in Boston. I'll kick it off.
All right.
I'm not a sneaker guy. You catch me in flip flops.
Catch me in flip flops in my Lambo. Yeah, I'll trade you my shoes for the Lambo. Trust me. I will trade you the shoes.
Gabe, there's some people asking in the chat. Where's the Patreon link? You wanna give that to them?
The Patreon link is down in the description, pinned to the top of the comments there.
Oh, what the heck, guys?
Reading is fundamental.
Did you guys tell them about the change by get in before the end of the month?
We haven't talked about that. Yeah, guys, prices are going up to $96 next month. So if you guys do want to get locked in at the price that we have right now and get access to anything that we're ever going to offer you guys in the future forever.
Hey,
inflation.
Yeah, it's not even inflation. Fuck inflation. We're cheaper than community college. And what does community college ever do for your fucking ass? You get an associate's degree to earn $19,000 a year. And if you became a CNA or a certified nurse assistant, because, well, especially if you come from Filipino culture or Latino culture, that'll mean to be racist. But ladies, you know what you're doing.
Or Jamaican culture. We got a lot of nurses
to go ahead and clean some old man's ass and get the just a dried up fucking shards of mountainous shit off their nuts, right? Because that's what you do. You get an associate degree, even in computer science. What are you going to do with an associate degree in computer science? Now, mind you, you just spent $20,000, but your return on investment shit, right? Because you're still at the bottom of the totem pole, right? And so even at $96 a month, well, even at this point, it was like $69, but if you did it annually, it still works out to less than $1,000. With what we're showing you, the return on investment should be ridiculous.
The last week with the 4-hour cross down on the SPY and the way you could have played that'll cover you for the year.
So much money.
That will cover you for the year. That's why I had to go buy myself some shoes. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't do anything. I don't go out anywhere. I don't go shopping that often. Most I'll do is go see you guys, right? Go chill, connect. We'll talk about how to make things better for the Discord. But now I'm like, you know what? If I keep hitting these crosses, I gotta do something. So little things at a time. I like it.
Yeah. I saw somebody that was asking, do you guys show us how to set up the charts? Well, we do have that curriculum that is coming, but you don't have to. this is the thing. You don't have to be shown to set up the chart, because on any alert that you guys get, you literally just click 3-minute, 5-minute, or 4-hour. It takes you to the chart. You hit copy, and now it's yours. You don't even have to set it up.
Bing, bam, boom.
The amount of things that are in there, because I think people like it's over 55 private live streams. The alerts are, we have the alerts. The alerts are awesome. They're the tool to make the strategy even easier. We have the real-time options data on the alerts, where you're eventually going to be able to get unusual options activity and flow. We have the algorithms. We have so many things coming for you guys. So if you guys want to get in early, you get the OG badge, hop in with us. I mean, this is the best place to come and learn how to trade.
Faster data as well.
Yep.
Faster data.
And my dear, I will go off on that faster data for a second, right? Because what happens is this. And I'm not going to say how fast it is, because I don't want people to try to match that. Let it be what it's going to be. if you are, take this in for a second, and I don't even know if we can do this yet, but we're just going to have some fun. If you are getting in and out of a trade faster than other people trying to do the same thing are getting in trades, you are dumping off the bags on other people. Right? Not as in retail specifically, it could be institutions. But if you're getting faster data than many people, you are getting in and getting out quickly, with more buyers coming in who aren't getting as fast of data, right? Like the upside to this, there are so many different levels of the education, the streams, the faster data, the educational aspect in regards to just trading, the structure, the account management. Like, we can go down a list. We should probably make a list for one stream and just go through them bit by bit by bit, just the added value parts.
Yeah. When are we rolling out the STC? It's already on the charts, guys.
It's there. It's there. And for what time frame do you use, guys? You can use different time frames, right? We like to use smaller time frames for scalping, but you can use whatever works best for you guys. The longer the time frame, the stronger the signal.
Yeah. And the first hour of my pre-market live streams every single day is just going over every single question that you guys have about the strategy, about the crosses, what to use, everything. So if you guys aren't in those pre-market live streams, taking advantage of all of the resources that we give you, you should be, because I'm in there literally, like, any question that you guys have, what's this? Here you go.
STV and Gabe, they're going live after STV does a pre-market, runs through all your questions. They actually get into the market. I go live with Gabe in the afternoon. We're going through TA one-on-one questions, and we're looking for that last killer trade of the day, like every single day. I mean, like, not today. Don't relax. Okay. It's a day off in the markets, but when the market's open every single day, hit me.
And we're still here with you guys.
Watch this. Guys, this is wild, right? This is what happened on Friday. Last Friday. Are you guys able to see this?
Yeah.
All right. I you know what? Chima, give me a play-by-play on the SPY on Friday, on the 5-minute, as to how it all played out. Go for it.
Okay, so for SPY, and this was a freaking killer play here. When you saw that market run up in the morning, right? And you saw that it couldn't break over that 200 EMA. So that's like first things first in the morning. You're looking at it. They got rejected from the 200 EMA, which is great. It came back down below the 13 and tried to get back above it again and missed. So if you go to 1030, Gabe, right at 1030 on the dot, and then zoom in there.
I want to see what I did, because I played a rim on Friday on the SPY.
Exactly. So right there. So scroll back a little bit. Maybe it's 1015. That little green candle right there that got rejected at the 13. Keep going left. Right there. Once I saw that rejection on the 13 and the 5-minute, I said, okay, cool. New daytime lows, and I'm getting in on puts off that rim rejection. And when it hit that daytime low, it was prints are us. We're talking 10. If you got 10 and you got out, that's fine, because I can respect that, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. If you played it even a bit early off that rejection, there were people that had 60 to 80% put play wins off of that single rejection. And then from there, you could have played scalps on the upside for those 3 different breaks of the 200 EMA. Like, there was 3 different opportunities to potentially scalp. But after around 10:30 on a Friday, your day could be done. You get yourself 30, 40, 50% on the play. That's a wrap on a Friday. You off your long weekend. You know the volume's gonna be down for the rest of the week. Like, it's quick in, quick out.
Gabe, what time did SPY break that support level on the 5-minute?
On the 5-minute, that support level, it broke it at 10:20.
So I was late. I played it was either a 1 or a 3-minute rim. 10:47 is when I entered.
Okay.
10 contracts cost $1.98. So 10:47. Then at 10:48, they were up 20%.
Woo. Woo. Damn. Okay. All right, guys. I got something to add to this. Here we go. Now, there is a support and resistance video that is being dumped into the Discord in our series and in our curriculum. And they actually break down the SPY here. And when you see how I break it down and you see what I see, we talk about muscle memory and how price likes to come back to levels that it's familiar with. When you understand the support and resistance, which is plotted on the chart for you, you're masterful. Why? Because the number one reason why retail fails is because they have unreal expectations of the move. We have support and resistance that keeps you within the framework of the entire move. So therefore, you're like, oh, I see this level. Let me get out. I'm done. Secure the bag. Make some money. Okay. Full send it, bro. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Wait. Hold on. Let me assume the position.
You ready? Hey, native tendencies.
Oh.
Here's what I have for you. We've been teaching this strategy that you guys can see all the time. Don't take it from us. The strategy works. You see everybody in the live chat having an awesome time all the time trading 1348. You know what the market's done during this year? It's fucking tanked. I bet if you were to go, depending on how you're trading, I don't know what you're doing, but if you've just been sitting there holding long positions and you went to go show your portfolio to your family when you had the opportunity to come in here and put the power of compound interest on your side, I'm sure your family would be very, very, very proud of you.
Damn. It's like that.
Completely first 6 months of the year.
Damn. Can I add to that?
Go for it. That's the thing. Like, people are in here, they're like, it's a scam.
Make sure you tag to me after.
Done. So I think it's pretty interesting, right? Because I'll tweet out something along the lines of, hey, look, the market is going down because we got an indication. The last time we got this indication, the market pulled back 15%. We're only down 5%. Now, since then, the market's also come back down 10%. Now, the tweets and everything like that, they don't catch on as much. It's not as flashy, but the information is out there for free. Now, maybe because the information was out there for free, you didn't listen to it. You didn't get in and put plays. You didn't value it. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But we have this great community here, people that are actually investing in themselves. And they're getting a lot. But we are also investing ourselves in them. YouTube stopped paying me last month. You can check my Twitter account. YouTube stopped paying me last month. You can say what you want about YouTubers. I'm making videos for fun at this point in time. I'm just trading. You know what I mean? But the point is, you know what? The same time you spent coming up with something, witty to say in chat, you could have actually already been educating yourself on how to make more money in the markets, would prevent you from doing that stuff in the first place. So, hey, take your time. Gabe, you're in.
Oh, I got another thing.
Here we go. All right. Listen. All right. I really want you guys to understand
Tuck the kids in. I know it's early. Tuck the kids in from now.
All right. I really want you guys to understand how fucking lucky you are. Let me explain. Okay. All right. Let's say that life out in the universe is highly improbable, right? What a waste of fucking atoms you are if you ain't doing shit with it, right? Let's not just talk about relative to Earth, 8 billion people, but let's say life is entirely improbable. Do you know how blessed you are to have this opportunity to actually live, breathe, and do something with your life, right? Okay, now that's sort of kind of philosophical, right? But let's break this shit down even further. The way the market works is up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, I'm not going to name any ticker out there, but let's just say on Monday, stock goes up 20%. Tuesday goes down 20%. Wednesday goes up 20%. Thursday goes down 20%. On Friday, it goes back up 20%. Yay for Friday. How much are you up?
Oh, God, I don't know. The fucking...
The compounding interest of a 20 and 20
all around.
I would say,
okay, you're flat. Let's just say it's flat.
You're up at least 120%.
We're trading. We're up a lot. If you're just
okay. You answered for the Discord that we would be up,
right?
But retail would only be up 20%. And they would be telling us that what we're doing doesn't work. Like,
well, see, that's and the thing is, like, I like the fact that men lie. I like the fact that women lie. I like the fact that numbers don't. The numbers will speak for themselves, people. The numbers will speak for themselves. But let's bring it back.
Like yesterday, I'm driving. I see some girl, right? She's got like some fucking cactus eyelashes, right? She got some fucking cactus eyelashes. And you know what she told me? You know what she told me without saying anything? You know what she told me?
What'd she tell you?
She sucks a mean dick because she's insecure.
She had the eyes?
You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me.
I'm scarred.
What time
I'm scarred. I'm scarred.
It's
You
11.
got the Tito's. Fuck. Oh, fuck. My finger. It's fine. I got one right down here, too. It's lurking. There you go. There we go.
I mean, you can't lie to me. Oh, this makes me look beautiful. Makes me feel beautiful. Really? Really? Just, you look like a fucking cartoon character. I'm not going to take you seriously.
Sometimes that's the goal now. Sometimes you never know what people are into. Sometimes that's the goal. Right? No judgment. Right? I'm just saying.
You're running around with fucking green hair. I know you got daddy abandonment issues.
Oh, boy. After Father's Day, we're going straight there?
We're going straight there.
Oh,
we're going straight there. You know how many text messages I got? Like, hey, daddy. I'm like, I'm not your fucking daddy.
Bro, the amount of people that were posting their dad on Father's Day, and I was like, doesn't every other day of the year you're like severe daddy issues? What is going on today?
Yo, you love your daddy so much, you still bought him fucking socks.
Oh my God! You know what? Actually,
you should have got him a flashlight.
Speaking about that, that's good. I do think a Father's Day gift of the Discord would be a great gift because it's actually an investment in your future Christmas gift. If you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
If you get your dad's on 1348.
Teach your dad how to trade. He gets stack his money up a little bit for Christmas. You get that back times 10. You know, like you get that back. Like it's a good way of investing in yourself. If you don't want to trade, that's not for you. Great. If your dad's into finance, get him in there. Christmas time, you're going on vacation. You know, it's just a little bit different. Your birthday comes around. If your birthday's in the back half of the year, if your birthday's next year, he's gonna be kicking it by then, right? But just a little idea.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one. Y'all sound full of yourself. You would be too if you were helping this many people make money and had a system that works for everybody. The amount of people that come in and are just like, oh my God, I'm fucking printing is like the craziest thing of all time. When you guys come into my live chats and it's like half of the live chat is all printing, it's like, all right, man, fucking let's run it. Let's make everybody money. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. Make you guys money. You can resist it all you want, but we will see you eventually.
I'll tell you what. You guys ever heard the phrase, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link?
Yeah.
Right? We're removing all the weak links. We only want strong traders. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Strong traders breeding stronger traders. That's what our community is all about. If you're weak and you want to become a strong trader, we welcome you.
Thank you.
But
okay, that was perfect. That was perfect. I was gonna say we've had some people that come in that have admittedly been like, hey, look, I'm new here. I don't know what time it is, but they've been coming in cups empty. I'm down to learn. I want to put in time. Let's go through it. And they've been having a great fucking time.
And we build them up. And we build them up.
Friday in the morning live stream, dude. Oh my God.
But see, if you're gonna be a weak trader and talk shit to people who are making more money than you. I mean, how does that make sense? I mean, do you talk to your mother with that kind of mouth? I mean, you just sound like an unappreciative bitch to me. I'm sorry. I'm just. Yeah.
Sometimes Gabe will send us like a trade that he makes and like how much he's up on it, and I'll just be like.
I know. That's why to get myself some Air Maxes, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just so at least I can walk around when I take the bus. I can walk around with some nice shoes on.
How do you get around PDT with small account? Cash count.
Cash count. And plus, if you are trading the right way, I'm just kidding, guys. The bus isn't happening. Let's talk about the short bus. The way to do it, 10% per trade does allow you to get in on several trades per day and wait for that settlement to happen tomorrow. If you're getting in with a large part of your account per trade and you're trading a little erratically, then you get into some rough times where you get a few trades in a day, then you're done. You can get up to 10 trades if you're doing it, responsibly, or more if you're going in even less risk on 5% of your account. It's even better, right? So think about it.
My 16-year-old daughter has been printing with 1348. Let's go.
Stankster remembered I made 70,000 on NVDA in 12 minutes.
Like I remember that. I remember that. That was dirty.
Canadian platform for trading options. Okay, so one, I would say if you're new, get a paper account, figure it out, right? Figure it out, learn it, still jump in, figure it out, because you get a little nice. You can go into your TFSA, you can get a BMO account, you can trade options in there, you start stacking money in there, it's tax-free. That's different money. Now, if you don't want that, that's fine. If you max out your savings for your TFSA, you can go into a Quest Trade. You can go into Interactive Brokers. You can go into TD. TD is a little more difficult. You have to have a little more money that you can kind of show them that you have. But yeah, I would say trade. I would say BMO, TD, Quest Trade is way to go.
Ooh, hey, John, let's give him a shout out. These guys are the real deal. I scalped 100% on the SPY last Friday, first hour of the day. I appreciate you guys.
So that timing that we just went through, that's what STV you got in on it, I got in on it, the Discord got in on it. That itself, that 1 hour of the day covers the rest of your month where you're just getting education, you're getting more trades, you're making yourself more money, you're getting more confident in the market. This is teaching a man how to fish. It's not giving somebody a fish. It's teaching you how to fish. And then you can teach your kids how to fish. Didn't Diamond Dog say he was teaching his daughter?
Yeah, we just had somebody in here just say too, like their 17-year-old daughter was printing with 1348. Like the thing is you see it all the time. It's like you're we'll save it. We'll see.
Yeah. How's SPY looking tomorrow? You know what I'll tell you? The SPY's looking like I'll tell you tomorrow.
Dude, every single time I get, I mean, I kind of did it to myself with the bold SPY predictions, but it's the same thing. It's like, I'm just going to wait and see what the chart's going to give me.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I mean, we can get a general idea with the futures. If the futures are red or green, you get a general idea and you get to fill it out. But like we say, guys, we don't trade. At least I don't. I don't like to trade the first 30 minutes of the market open. Right. I really feel like just let them heathens just battle it out. Right. Just let them do what they got to do. And then I go in for the more high probability play. Right. That's all I'm looking for. And it's simple. We lay out support and resistance for you guys. If you guys watch that support and resistance video in the curriculum, and then you tie it into the 1348 strategy, you'll just sit there like, wow, that easy? Yeah,
exactly.
Hold on. I have a good rant. I've been thinking about this a lot. We see, so we see a lot of the same questions now. While some of them may be valid questions that people actually have, every single time one of these types of questions get asked, in my mind, it's a self-limiting question. So the one that I just saw is, don't you need $25,000 to be in a cash account? No. Can I do this if I'm at work? That it's every single thought that a lot of people have that are coming in. It's a limiting type of question. It's like you're almost asking for a reason not to start. You're like, oh, but I do this. Can I not do it? It's like, hold on. You should be thinking of, okay, how am I going to put myself in the best position to have success? Not, is my personal situation going to limit me? Because we have people in here, Noah's in school all day long, in high school, not now, he's summertime, but Noah's trading. We have all sorts of people with day jobs doing it. Don't limit yourself. Think about a way to make it work for you and not limit yourself. Yeah, it will 100% work if you're at working a day job. Just find your times in the day to make it work for you. There's no reason to think that way and be like, oh, but this. Think about the best way to put yourself in the best position and not say, oh, but this. It's like,
just think about why you left your daughter hates you. And like we say, procrastination is like masturbation. In the beginning, it's fun. At the end, you're just fucking yourself. So
that is... See, now I have one where it says those who hesitate masturbate. I like this. We got so many different masturbation things here, because it's like if you hesitate to go talk to the girl at the bar and you wait too long, someone else is going to go do it. And you're going to go home and masturbate that night instead of having sex. Those who hesitate masturbate. But that's some time for another. Sorry, that's a story for another time. I like that. No excuses. That's it.
No excuses.
No excuse. And plus,
it's like thinking. Like, I hate to think about it this way, like the mindset. But like that's kind of what it is. It's like you're thinking in a way that's going to limit yourself. Why are you trying to limit yourself here? Think about the way to maximize it for yourself, not limit yourself.
But also, if you are in a situation that's tough for you to grow out of, what is your other option?
Right.
Because if you have another option to go make yourself a lot of money, then do that.
Then do it.
Then you know what I mean? This is a option. If you find something else you can go do to make more money, go ahead and go do that. Right. But if you don't have another option out there, if you're not a professional athlete, you can't go just jump on the Cardinals to go play a few games and make yourself that kind of money. Okay, cool, great. We're here for you, right? So To each their own. And plus, percentages, guys, is different, right? If you make $25,000 a year and you can add on an extra 5 to 8, that is what kind of a raise are you giving yourself? You know what I mean? If you make $100,000 a year and you can make yourself $50,000, what kind of raise are you giving yourself, right? So think about it as in like how you're adding value to yourself, not comparing yourself to other people, right? And the community is here for you. Like in the Discord is pretty good.
This is a really good question. These are the types of questions that I fucking love. I'm trying to become a great trader. I have some experience, relatively new. How should I be utilizing it besides checking the setups and the alerts? That is an awesome question and a way to be thinking. One, I would say come to every single live stream that you can and get your questions answered and listen to the things that we are saying. Like when we talk about like get more time, take your profits quicker, that is something that after a lot of people started implementing it, like Omar, my guy Omar, you guys have seen him in my live chats. He comes in and he's like, oh, I just made 100 grand today. It's like, oh, you did what? He's like, oh yeah, more time. I started to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, holy shit, dude. But again, that is
the big dick.
Yeah, exactly. And then also just talking with other people that have more experience than you. We have people in there that are killing it all the time. So just reach out to people that are in there. Come to the live streams, make sure you're getting your questions answered. The first hour of my live stream every single morning is just making sure that everybody has their questions answered.
Done and done.
I want to make this also very clear. This strategy is the ultimate equalizer, right? I have 12 years experience, but I mean, you guys could perform just as well as I do because it's the ultimate equalizer. The one thing that I do that you will learn to do is to have 1000% complete faith in the chart. You don't listen to nothing else. You don't care about nothing else. The chart's telling you, hey, we're going down. All right, we're going to go down with you. Hey, we're going up. Hey, I'm going to go up with you. For those who are just getting started, I tell you what, check your emotions at the door. What you think you know nothing, okay? We don't walk into any of this thinking like, yeah, we know something about this. We just don't care, right? We are reactive. We're momentum traders, so we are reacting to the momentum, right? That's a hell of a lot different than speculation. And the reason why, and we're going to go back to the hedge funds losing their asses, right? Okay, so hedge funds,
John, Ben, that's your question.
Pretty much every institution out there, right? They go ahead and they swear on fundamentals. Right? It's fundamentals.
Yep.
Fundamentals have let them down. So
we've been over this a lot, dude. Yep.
Fundamentals is basically a more sophisticated way of saying we're going to speculate, but based on the numbers that we see fundamentally, which gives us a thesis to go long or to be bullish, whatever the case may be. Fundamentals don't matter to us. It just doesn't. We don't care about fundamentals. We don't care about news.
There's a time and a place. Like for trading, if you're going to be in a trade for 5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, what the fuck does a PE ratio have to do with anything? It doesn't. If you're going off of longer time frames, you're trying to buy and hold stuff long, that might be something that you need to take a look at. But there's a time and a place for everything. You have to divide it in your head. You're like, all right, trading, this is how you do it over here. Long-term investing, this is how you do it over here. It's two different buckets.
Also, I would say this too. In regards to news and catalyst, guys, right? Because RG is saying, the chart says everything. What I think, is great on top of everything else, besides the fact that we have 3 different people who have 3 different opinions on almost everything, right? But we all can agree that charts are the best way to kind of make sure we are all being successful in the markets. Is this the news updates? The overall macro picture of what's going on may tell us which charts to start watching. But once you land on those charts, it's the same thing. So for example, you might say, hey, look, Tesla's cutting 15% of the market. All right, I'm gonna go watch that chart today. But once you get to that chart, you're focused on the chart. You might say, hey, look, oil's going up today. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go look at oil today. But once you get to that chart, you're focused on the chart. So yes, there are different things that happen in the market. It might tell you where to look, but once you're looking at the chart, you're listening to the chart, you're learning how to read the chart, you're getting in and out based on what you're seeing on the chart. It's kind of how it works. It's also good to know that, so question there, John Ben. It's also good to know that Tesla does follow the SPY. Tesla can also do whatever it wants to do. So what I would say is this. I will use, based off of what I'm seeing on the charts with Tesla, if it's a buy, it's a buy. I will use the SPY to help me figure out if it's going to find some sort of resistance that I'm not seeing on the chart. If the market randomly starts selling off, but one specific ticker hasn't quite sold off yet, I want to make sure I'm not in that one specific ticker. So I'll use SPY to kind of make sure that I can understand which way the market momentum is going, which way the path of least friction is. If I'm going that same direction, great. For example, if the market's going up and Tesla's crossing up for a call, I feel great. I'm going in heavy. By heavy, I just mean like confidently. Mm-hmm. If the market's coming down and Tesla's playing for a put, I feel great. If the market's going up and Tesla's going down for a put, then I have to say, hold on a second. This is a bit off. Take a second here. Let me go look to see if the news, they're selling off their positions. Okay, cool. This is why it's going down. Good. Then I'll get back in my trade, right? So that's the only times I really use it. And right now, SPY, honestly, it's just been so easy. I've been probably in Tesla 30% as much now as I was at the beginning of the year, partly because I was also short Tesla, hence the fact that I got the Air Max 95s. But I think SPY has been an easy play. It's been an easy play, and I don't think people should play Tesla until they learn how to really master the SPY.
I agree.
Yeah. I see a couple of good questions here. Where can you paper trade options? Having difficulty figuring out how to paper trade options on TradingView? You can't. You got to use like Webull or Thinkorswim. Robinhood, I believe, doesn't allow you to trade day trade options with a cash account, so you would need something else. Yeah, I think those are the only two. So Webull, cash accounts are 1 day settlement for options. So if you blow your entire cash balance 1 day in and out, you buy and sell, you have all of that money the next day perfectly settled, ready to go.
So if you're doing a settlement with options, if you're doing it appropriately, it's 10 trades per day,
and that's too much. That's a lot too. That's too many. Like if you're following the rules and you're in a cash account, there is no one. You're never going to get hit with PDT. You're never going to run into a good faith violation. That's why the rules are there. That's why the strategy crossovers all day long. But if you don't know the strategy and the reasons behind you're taking the trade with all the other indicators, it's just a crossover at that point. But the things that we've added to it is why everybody's having so much success.
Webull, Thinkorswim, and Moo has paper trading with options and stock, but Moo doesn't have cash accounts. Hey guys, it's perfectly fine to go use a broker for paper trading that you don't have to trade with, right? Mm-hmm. It's perfectly fine. It's just it might take you a little bit more to actually like pick up how to use that platform, right? But it's just so you guys can practice the structure, getting in and getting out, make sure everything is good. Let's see here. I definitely need 101. I'll start with 1K. I'm down to 685. That's not bad. That's not that bad.
All right. Okay. Man, I'm hot. It was because of this Maker's Mark, or because these LED lights on me.
I think the Maker's Mark definitely didn't hurt.
Yeah. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'm gonna go work on getting a tan. I got to make sure that my skin color matches the color of my nuts.
I knew it.
It's been trivial my whole life. Like, how do I get it all to match?
I know. It's tough. Yeah, my nipples are always a different color than my chest. I got to make sure that I get everything else covered, but my nips not. It's a whole thing. It's all right. We'll get into that later.
Yes. So. All right, guys. Are we jumping on at 2:00? Or are we jumping on at 8:00 tonight?
Yeah, I think we do the 8. Yeah. The private stream at 8. So that's when we'll break down everything for you guys. That's one of the 55 private live streams we do for you guys every month.
Kick off the week right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We will break down the SPY. We will break down your faves like NVIDIA, AMD. Oh boy, Lucid, MU. Oh boy. It's gonna be fun. All right. So we will see you guys tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Deuces.
See you guys in the Discord.